Hello Taurus, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the general energies for the sign of Taurus. This reading is a bonus reading for May 2025. So if you're here in this reading, there's likely to be a message for you. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you here for this additional May 2025 reading, bonus reading. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you. Hope your May is off to a great start, Taurus. We'll go ahead and get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into this reading for you. Okay. All right, and I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right, Taurus, energy on the bottom. Love this for you. So some of you may be seeking employment potentially, okay, in your current situation. Page of Wands is a card I love to see when people are looking for jobs because it can refer to job offers or job opportunities. On another level, the Page of Wands may be an invitation from someone, from the universe, to get inspired, to do something fun in life. You can see the fire dancer on this illustration. They're enjoying life. They're dancing in the desert. They're enjoying their situation. So it can be an offer of inspiration or an offer to do something that you are passionate about or do something that sort of brings in new energy, fun, lighthearted, exciting energy into your life. So some of you may also be wanting to do that here in May as well. All right, so let's try to build on that Page of Wands on the bottom. Always a good sign to see the Page of Wands. Career offer, career opportunity, maybe even for the business owners out there, something to, there may be an opportunity to sort of take that to the next level. It looks like you have a pretty good reading here. There is definitely a situation internally that I think is going on for Taurus people who are here, who are watching this reading, around indecision that's going on here. Let's just dive in. So in the middle card here, in the middle position, you do have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can indicate deception in some way. This can indicate potentially something being stolen from you. And I don't know if this is like a physical item that's being taken from you. It feels like maybe some of you feel like you're being deceived in a career situation. Oftentimes when I see this card come forward, I'll just share this with you, Taurus. So when I had a desk job, right? Like when I had a 9 to 5, every night after work, I would come home and I would pull tarot cards, and I kept getting the Seven of Swords. And I did more research on the Seven of Swords, and it turns out this can indicate somebody being envious or trying to deceive you in some way. And it turns out that in my personal employment situation, there was somebody who was just really, really not on my side. And it always comes to mind when I think of this Seven of Swords. It's possible that somebody's just not on your side, like they're not in your corner. For whatever reason, they want what you have. And you could be dealing with a situation like that where you have a challenging colleague or somebody along those lines that is difficult to communicate with at this time. I feel like probably this has been simmering for a while. Prior to you coming into this reading, you've probably already been aware of this person and sort of the tactics that they use. I would not be surprised to hear that. And let me build on this some more here. In the first column, you have the Four of Cups, the Moon, and the Hanged Man. So the thing is, the Four of Cups with the Seven of Swords is really an accurate combination because the Four of Cups indicates boredom, okay? You can see this person here is sitting under the tree. They're kind of waiting for life to happen to them instead of, this person could be taking life by the reins, so to speak. The idea here is oftentimes when you deal with somebody who is stirring the pot, right? If you have a pot stir at work, somebody who likes to stir the pot, meddle, get in everybody's business, it's probably because they're bored. You know, they're bored. They're bored at work, they're bored in their situation in life, like at home. Oftentimes these people who like to stir the pot, they are stirring the pot because their situation is less than ideal, right? They are not happy in their situation, they're bored. And I firmly think, now I know this is a very specific message, but this is a general reading. This is a general energies bonus reading. So somebody here is probably resonating with this in the comments. You know, let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Am I on cue with this situation here? You then have the moon. You're afraid. You know, you're anxious about this situation that's taking place at work. Now, if you are not dealing with somebody like that, right? Like if that's not resonating at all, there may be like some level of injustice, okay? Here, that's at play. With the Page of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Moon. Like, one thing that could come to mind for me as the reader here is perhaps you're in the running for a job upgrade, like a promotion, but something's getting in the way of that, right? What I don't like is the moon can also represent something that's hidden from view, okay? You may be a little bit surprised, okay? The Seven of Swords can indicate backstabbing. I'm going to try to turn this reading around. It's not all negative, just to be very clear. You have a huge opportunity actually here in the future. But there is a little bit of there's a bit of a storm brewing right now for some of you that you're just having to kind of weather. And you are actually spiritually growing through this situation because as you see the Hanged Man here, this person is gaining enlightenment. This person's spiritually growing. They're not really taking action. They're kind of content where they are, but they are spiritually growing, okay? As you can see the halo behind their head. They're seeking enlightenment. And I did say something about indecision. Hanged Man, Four of Cups is classic indecision energy in the tarot. Okay, so I don't know if it's you being indecisive or somebody else, but it's almost like maybe there is a problem that needs to be solved here. And you may ask yourself, when is the time for me to just approach this problem and solve it head on? Yeah. In the middle column here, you have the World, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Cups. So, obviously, this person could be a water sign, okay, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But the King of Cups, I'm trying not to take this in too much of a negative turn here, but the King of Cups, because it's surrounded by the Seven of Swords and the Moon, this could be somebody who's a bit emotionally manipulative, okay, in the negative light of the King of Cups. In other words, if you were to flip the King of Cups upside down, if it were reversed, right? If I read reversals, which I don't, but I just blend the cards, right? So the King of Cups would be emotionally manipulative. So maybe this is another element of this person that you are maybe having to work through or deal with at this time. Another way you could go with the King of Cups here is, despite all of this going on, right, with the Moon, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, all of this, you are remaining calm, which is a very approach, right? You're not getting overheated. You know, you are handling this situation with emotional maturity. And I think that that's probably also very likely for some of you here. You then have the World, which represents a successful completion of something in the tarot. It's a very positive card. Whatever's going on here with the Seven of Swords, this is coming to a close, okay? There will be resolution. The World indicates certainty in the tarot. It says that you can be certain that something's coming to a close or completing, or there's some level of certainty here, and there's success with this. So, you know, I almost feel like saying have no fear here, even though that's easier said than done, especially when you have the element of fear present on this reading with the Moon card. So I do have empathy for the people here because I feel like I've been in a similar situation to this vibe that I'm getting here. What this might mean is some of you decide that this is no longer worth your time and energy. So you may be seeking new employment here with this Page of Wands, or you may just, in whatever area of life this is, you may be seeking something else, something new, something better. You have the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the World card. The Ten of Wands, similar to the World, it is a completion. It's something coming to a close. It's an ending. It's positive, though, in this case, because not only are you spiritually growing here with the Hanged Man, but the Ten of Wands, this person's extremely experienced, okay? Each wand represents an experience that they've gained along their journey. And they're now taking those experiences with them to the new city in front of them. They've already crossed the finish line. So they have completed something, and they are wiser, they're more intelligent, they're more experienced, okay, through this completion. So for you, there is light at the end of the tunnel here. And with the World, you may get a lucky opportunity or a lucky break here to remove yourself from this situation with the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands, for sure. Now, the thing is, the Wheel of Fortune is in some ways the opposite of the World in that it does not indicate certainty, okay? What it does indicate is that there's a window of opportunity available. And this could be destined for you. This is a card of destiny. But you have to decide if you want to hop through the window, right? If you want to go into the window of opportunity or not. The choice is yours, right? Versus the World, it's certain, okay? So this is something that you may be considering, but it's always good to get the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Wands, because like just when you least expect it, especially with the Seven of Swords surprise and also something that you can't see, there may be an opportunity here for you. Finally, you have the Seven of Cups. You're feeling overwhelmed. This middle row here is challenging. The Moon, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. You're not sure where to go with this person or this situation. Maybe some of you are a little bit frozen because of this situation's feeling like overwhelming. Why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more? We're going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Psychic Tarot. Interestingly enough, this is my first ever deck of cards, even before I got a classic Rider-Waite. And yes, the Deception card, the Seven of Swords card, that story I was talking about that I shared with you, it came through in this Psychic Tarot. So when I would come home and pull cards from after work, I would get the Seven of Swords from this Psychic Tarot deck. Let's see if that comes forward. If not, I'm happy. All right, you have the Spiritual Strength card. This is the Nine of Wands, okay? And what did I say here? You are spiritually growing, okay? You're spiritually growing through this process, through this maybe challenge in your situation. Okay, you then have, well, let's take these two cards together. Okay, you have Six of Cups, which is Memories of Love, as well as the Destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you have a huge opportunity here. Okay, whatever's going on, this will not be here forever for you. Okay, so, and by the way, the wheel keeps spinning, so that opportunity to change, that will not always be there forever either. So there are some critical decision points here that you are being asked to look at. You then have the Three of Swords, heartache and loss. I see you leaving this situation. Nine of Pentacles, material harvest. That is, you can see this person here has all of the abundance around them, right? This is a card of financial independence. I think some of you can make this move if this is what you're looking to do. And let's take one more card here. Discontent and boredom. Four of Cups. So you have the Four of Cups again. And I feel like, you know, it's never a good position to be, like this idea of like being discontent and bored, it's never a good position to be in. Let's take a look at the energy on the bottom here. You have transformation, the Death card. Positive message here. You can see this person's become a butterfly. They have transformed their situation. They've changed. So I like this for you. Why don't we go ahead and clarify the original tarot cards by pulling some additional tarot messages here. And we'll go ahead and split the deck and then go from there. All right. Do hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, Taurus. Appreciate you being here. Okay, you have the Lovers, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Cups. Okay, so you had this Spiritual Strength card that is the Nine of Wands in the Psychic Tarot. You have the Nine of Wands here now again. So Nine of Wands, the key message of the Nine of Wands is this is the worst time to give up. It really is. When you get the Nine of Wands, especially more than once in a reading, it's really time to lock in. Okay, really, really time to dig in, lock in, get done what you need to get done. Especially with the moon here, the message is that you are being asked to, you're being called to fight through the fear. Okay, don't succumb to the fear at this moment. Is the key theme for you at this time. If you're here in this bonus reading throughout May, maybe as you move into June, try to detach from the timeline. This is just a general reading. It's really time for you to work through whatever internal fears might be brewing here. And I think that the outcome for you will be better than expected. Hanged Man and the King of Cups, you're learning something through your patience. The King of Cups can represent patience as well. Okay, it can represent emotional manipulation, but I think it's you're learning something through your patience here. You then have the Lover's card, which represents an important choice. Okay, in this case, this is not a love reading. This really, excuse me, sorry about that. This really represents an important choice that you have to make in your situation. And what I would say is with that Four of Cups card, how long will you wait to make this decision? I think is the question. Like, how long will it take you to grow? I shouldn't say how long will it take you to grow. How long will it take you to actually? How long will it take you to actually like take the step to conquer this fear or to work through this fear? I think is a better way of saying it, because I take that back. I said earlier that you are spiritually growing. So this whole idea of how long will it take you to grow, I just misspoke there. I think this is about how long will it take you to conquer this fear that is showing up in the cards here with the Moon and the Nine of Wands, right? You can't wait forever in this situation. So you have this important choice to make around action. Yeah. You then have the Ace of Pentacles here. You have the Chariot. And you have the Temperance card. Okay, so there's another message here of patience. You are definitely learning through patience, okay? But I think there's also a situation here brewing where your patience will run out eventually. And I think at some point you're going to say, yeah, this is just not worth my energy and time, This person, this situation that's just, causing me to be in this fear state this whole time. Maybe with the Seven of Swords, you may feel like you're looking over your shoulder, needing to look over your shoulder. I think eventually your patience here will run out. There's even maybe this element of a little bit of paranoia, which can definitely come forward if you're dealing with somebody who stirs the pot or starts rumors or gossips, all of that sort of stuff. It can sort of make us a little bit paranoid, right? So I think at a certain point you're going to work through this situation here. With the Chariot, you're taking a bold step here and you're moving forward in a more successful direction in your current situation. You then have the Ace of Pentacles, which represents a new beginning in the tarot with the World. I love that energy for you. Okay, so something's absolutely coming to a close here. I think you're going to be planting a new seed. I think many of you are going to be looking for new employment here, or even starting something else. Like maybe you have some resources to start your own business, or you're in a field where you can, freelance or go self-employed with it, something like this here. That this could definitely be a seed that you're planting. You then have the Queen of Cups. Okay, that's a counterpart. Interesting. You have the Four of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Wands showing up here. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune, Six of Wands, incredible combination as well. So Ace of Pentacles, World, Six of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, that's good stuff. Okay, that's good stuff in a tarot reading. Six of Wands, to me, would suggest that you are successfully taking the window of opportunity in front of you. Okay, the opportunity in front of you, you are successfully doing this and you're going for this. Seven of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You're a little bit overwhelmed because of like a financial matter here. Right, so like in these readings, I may say, oh, you may be seeking new employment, but there's another part of that, which is like, that's a little bit scary if, for example, you know, you are completely and totally dependent on the paycheck, right? So like there's probably a financial situation here tied to if you're looking for a new job, it's like, yeah, I want a new job, but I know I'm getting XYZ every month and I got to make sure this new job's going to pay me or this new job's going to come forward. There's something like this that's showing up here. And then you have the Queen of Cups here, counterpart to the King of Cups with the Ten of Wands. There's something here about a dream that you may have in this scenario. And I think that there's something better on the horizon for you. Tower, there may be a shakeout here. Okay, there may be a tower moment here. It can represent like sudden change that's happening for you. This is a blessed change. This is a blessed completion with the World and the Ten of Wands. Okay, in the thick of it, it may be hard to see that, but the cards are genuinely saying that this is a blessed change. Let's go ahead and let's see what's in the Kipper energies here. All right. You have the Community card, Unexpected Income, Family Room, Coffin, Message of Concern, and Lovers. Okay. Two things happening here. I think there's someone in your corner, and there's somebody who's not in your corner. Okay, what I mean by that is there's somebody who will go to bat for you, this mature woman with lovers, okay? And then there's somebody that's stirring the pot, as I talked about, or just meddling in your situation here, that's really just not on your side. And there's an ending. See this Coffin card, you have the Death card here, Transformation card. You're going to decide that this is no longer worth your time. And this is a good thing, you're making a you move. And I also think that there is, with the Community card, it's like maybe you're going to connect with some new colleagues or you'll find yourself in a new situation here. This may come with a little bit more than you were expecting if you are changing jobs or you're seeking employment now. Let's say you're unemployed. Maybe it comes with a bonus or something like this. Family room's interesting. You may be working from home. Okay, you may be working from home as you see the living room here. Okay, this is what I have. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.